Hi guys, this is Daughter of the Blood by Anne Bishop, and this is my favorite. This is the very first book in my very favorite series ever. I've read it over and over and over and over again, and I never get bored of it. And every time I read it, I get a little more out of it. I connect a little more with something else. Please, if you have a physical copy of this book at home, please make use of the reference of the jewel colors, and that opal is the dividing line between light jewels and dark jewels. And I often have to refer back to the blood hierarchy because there are so many titles used, and sometimes the dynamic, the power exchange dynamic between the titles, I refer back to make sure that I'm understanding the power exchange correctly. So for this video, we're just going to try reading through the whole prologue, and we'll see how long the video gets. And then we may make adjustments from there, but I want to try and do a chapter per video. So this is the prologue. Tyrell. I am Tirsa the Weaver, Tirsa the Liar, Tirsa the Fool. When the blood-jeweled lords and ladies hold a banquet, I am the entertainment that comes after the musicians have played, and the lithesome girls and boys have danced, and the lords have drunk too much wine and demand to have their fortunes told. Tell us a story, Weaver, they yell as their hands pass over the serving girls' rumps, and their ladies eye the young men and decide who will have the painful pleasure of serving in the bed that night. I was one of them once, blood as they are blood. No, that's not true. I wasn't blood as they are blood. That's why I was broken on a warlord's spear and became shattered glass that only reflects what might have been. It's hard to break a blood-jeweled male, but a witch's life hangs by the hymnal thread, and what happens on her virgin night determines whether she is whole to practice the craft or becomes a broken vessel, forever aching for the part of her that's lost. Oh, some magic always stays, always remains, enough for day-to-day living and parlor tricks, but not the craft, not the lifeblood of our kind. But the craft can be reclaimed if one is willing to pay the price. When I was younger, I fought against that final slide into the twisted kingdom. Better to be broken and sane than broken and mad. Better to see the world and know a tree for a tree, a flower for a flower, rather than to look through gauze at gray and ghostly shapes and see clearly only the shards of oneself. So I thought then. As I shuffle to the low stool, I struggle to stay at the edge of the twisted kingdom and see the physical world clearly one last time. I carefully place the wooden frame that holds my tangled web, the web of dreams and visions, on the small table near the stool. The lords and ladies expect me to tell their fortunes, and I always have. Not by magic, but by keeping my eyes and ears open and then telling them what they want to hear. Simple, no magic to it, but not tonight. For days now I've heard a strange kind of thunder, a distant calling. Last night I surrendered to madness in order to reclaim my craft as a black widow, a witch of the hourglass covens. Last night I wove a tangled web to see the dreams and visions. Tonight there will be no fortunes. I have the strength to say this only once. I must be sure that those who must hear it are in the room before I speak. I wait. They don't notice. Glasses are refilled and refilled as I fight to stay on the edge of the twisted kingdom. There he is, Damon Sadi, from the territory called Hyle. He's beautiful, bitter, cruel. He has a seducer's smile and a body women want to touch and be caressed by, but he's filled with a cold, unquenchable rage. When the ladies talk about his bedroom skills, the words they whisper are excruciating pleasure. I don't doubt he's enough of a sadist to mix pain and pleasure in equal portions, but he's always been kind to me, and it's a small bone of hope that I throw out to him tonight. Still, It's more than anyone else has given him. The lords and ladies grow restless. I usually don't take this long to begin my pronouncements. Agitation and annoyance build, but I wait. After tonight, it will make no difference. There's the other one, in the opposite corner of the room. Lucivar Yaslana, the Aryan half-breed from the territory called Ascavi. Hyle has no love for Ascavi, nor Ascavi for Hyle, but Damon and Lucivar are drawn to one another without understanding why. So wound into each other's lives they cannot separate. Uneasy friends, they have fought legendary battles, have destroyed so many courts, the blood are afraid to have them together for any length of time. I raise my hands, let them fall into my lap. Damon watches me. Nothing about him has changed, but I know he's waiting, listening. And because he's listening, Lucivar listens too. She is coming. At first they don't realize I've spoken. Then the angry murmurs begin when the words are understood. "Stupid bitch," someone yells. "Tell me who I'll love tonight." "What does it matter?" I answer. "She is coming. The realm of Tyrell will be torn apart by its own foolish greed. Those who survive will serve, but few will survive." I'm slipping further from the edge. Tears of frustration spill down my cheeks. Not yet, sweet darkness, not yet. I must say this. Damon kneels beside me, his hands covering mine. I speak to him, only to him, and through him to Lucivar. The blood in Tyrell whore the old ways and make a mockery of everything we are. I wave my hand to indicate the ones who now rule. They twist things to suit themselves. They dress up and pretend. They wear blood jewels but don't understand what it means to be blood. They talk of honoring the darkness, but it's a lie. They honor nothing but their own ambitions. The blood were created to be the caretakers of the realms. That's why we were given our power. That's why we come from, yet are apart from, the people in every territory. The perversion of what we are can't go on. The day is coming when the debt will be called in, and the blood will have to answer for what they've become. "They're the blood who rule, Tirsa," Damon says sadly. "Who is left to call in this debt? Bastard slaves like me?" I'm slipping fast. My nails dig into his hands, drawing blood, but he doesn't pull away. I lower my voice. He strains to hear me. The darkness has had a prince for a long, long time. Now the queen is coming. It may take decades, even centuries, but she is coming. I point with my chin at the lords and ladies sitting at the tables. They will be dust by then, but you and the Aryan will be here to serve. Frustration fills his golden eyes. What queen? Who is coming? "The living myth," I whisper. "Dreams made flesh." His shock is replaced instantly by fierce hunger. "You're sure?" The room is a swirling mist. He's still the only thing in sharp focus. He's the only thing I need. I saw her in the tangled web, Damon. I saw her. I'm too tired to hang on to the real world, but I stubbornly cling to his hands to tell him one last thing. "The Aryan, Damon." He glances at Lucivar. "What about him?" "He's your brother. You are your father's sons." I can't hold on anymore and plunge into the madness that's called the Twisted Kingdom. I fall and fall among the shards of myself. The world spins and shatters. In its fragments, I see my once sisters pouring around the tables, frightened and intent, and Damon's hand casually reaching out as if by accident, destroying the fragile spider silk of my tangled web. It's impossible to reconstruct a tangled web. Tyrell's black widows may spend year upon frightened year trying, but in the end it will be in vain. It will not be the same web, and they will not see what I saw. In the gray world above, I hear myself howling with laughter. Far below me, in the psychic abyss that's part of the darkness, I hear another howling, one full of joy and pain, rage and celebration. Not just another witch coming, my foolish sisters, but witch.